Hennepin County's top elected official on public safety says he will not seek re-election. Sheriff David Hutchison made the announcement on Wednesday. According to an investigative document released by the State Patrol, Hutchison was drunk and traveling more than 120 miles per hour without a seatbelt when he crashed his county vehicle near Alexandria. Hutchison also initially told authorities at the crash scene that someone else was driving. Numerous elected leaders have called for him to resign. Hutchison's term expires at the end of the year. Public safety is one of the top issues during this year's legislative session. Wednesday at the Capitol, a state Senate committee approved a bill that would give the Senate more say over who sits on a board that sets guidelines for criminal sentencing. It was introduced by Senator Warren Limmer of Maple Grove.
Broad changes and sweeping reforms must be analyzed by those accountable to the public. And in this particular case, the Sentencing Guidelines Commission members that are appointed and not elected need to be vetted and confirmed by the Minnesota Senate.
Senator Limmer is referring to the Minnesota Sentencing Guidelines Commission. It's an 11-person commission where 8 members are appointed by the governor to a 4-year term. The state Supreme Court appoints the other 3. Limmer says that the commission has, quote, become more interested in writing policy, mainly modifying and reducing criminal sentences. He points to a policy change the commission made in 2019 that caps probation at 5 years for most crimes. Limmer now wants to give the state Senate the ability to confirm the people appointed by the governor.
The power belongs to the people. It's through the legislature. And we're just trying to get our hands on it and give a little more direction. We're not making a proposal to appoint directly from the legislature. We just want a process to see who's getting in there, what's their philosophical viewpoints. Is it reflective of perhaps the people back home, the voters? Those are the important concepts.
In a Senate hearing, DFL Senator Ron Latz voiced his opposition, saying the commission is composed of diverse voices and shouldn't get caught up in the middle of political differences. The people involved in a suspected murder-suicide last week in Crystal have been identified. Crystal police said family members they spoke with were shocked to hear about the deaths of the 2 women who lived in the 5100 block of 49th Avenue North. The Hennepin County Medical Examiner has identified the 2 women as 62-year-old Sharon Krause and 73-year-old Diane Larson. Police say a relative discovered the bodies of the 2 longtime roommates. The worker shortage continues to hit school districts very hard. The Osseo School District has close to 200 job openings right now. To try to fill those positions, the district plans to do something it's never done before. Jason Melillo has more.
Osseo Area Schools is hosting its first ever job fair.
Wanting to meet our community members, our job seekers, our families and friends.
They are hoping to fill some of the 190 vacancies in the district.
We have needs.
Most departments are short-staffed to some extent.
Our teachers and our ESP staff are exhausted.
Kate Emmons is the Director of Student Services for District 279. Her department's biggest need is support staff.
Those are staff members who work with teachers to support the needs of students with disabilities. It's a hard job, but very rewarding.
And that's not all. Nutrition Services is at least 1 worker short at most schools.
It puts a lot more pressure, and long term it's not sustainable.
With in-person learning hopefully here to stay, Osseo literally needs more cooks in the kitchen.
It's a great opportunity for parents that want to have the same schedule as their children. Holidays off, summers off, Monday through Friday. The benefits are great, and who wouldn't want to work and serve smiling kids, right?
Getting current students to apply for some of the open jobs is also a goal of the job fair. The district says current students could potentially work in the kitchen or with janitorial staff. Many of the opportunities don't require a specialized degree or training.
We also have a solid, great team already in place to welcome folks who want to come on board, be part of the community, and make sure that we are able to deliver our services and education to our diverse communities that we serve.
Jason Melillo, CCX News.
The job fair is on Saturday, February 12th. Change is in store for the city of New Hope. The city manager of New Hope, Kirk McDonald, has announced his upcoming retirement. McDonald has been the manager of New Hope for 15 years and has worked for the city for 32. He says he's most proud of all the completed projects like the new City Hall or Aquatic Park. His last day on the job will be June 1st. One big project awaits Maple Grove City Council review. It calls for a third phase of development in the gravel mining area. A concept plan calls for 5 business park-style buildings totaling 846,000 square feet. 2 of the buildings would face Interstate 94. According to city officials, there's a significant demand for these type of buildings with the vacancy rate below 4% in Maple Grove. Today is National Girls and Women in Sports Day, and we didn't have to look too far to see a woman honored for her courage.
It's an honor to be the recipient of the Wilma Rudolph Award because she's one of my heroes. Her legacy has inspired me as I battle Crohn's disease and now breast cancer. And like Rudolph, I refuse to let my physical challenges stop me from running my race.
You know reporter Sonia Goins for her work here on CCX News. However, she's also a runner and has completed several half marathons and 10-mile events while she's battled Crohn's disease and breast cancer. Sonia has spoken openly about her journey using the hashtag Sonia Strong. The Minnesota Coalition of Women in Athletic Leadership honored Sonia with the Wilma Rudolph Courage Award. So we want to take this moment to say congratulations to our coworker and friend who is forever showing us how Sonia Strong she can be.
After a high school career of excelling in athletics, a select few now have taken the next step in their playing careers. Wednesday marked one of the NCAA's National Letter of Intent signing days for Division I and II athletes. A handful of schools held ceremonies Wednesday morning, including at Maple Grove, where 11 student athletes committed in a total of 9 sports: baseball, cross country, football, hockey, lacrosse, rowing, soccer, swimming, and tennis. All will compete in either Division I or Division II beginning next year. A large number of signees, too, at Wayzata before school Wednesday. 12 seniors there signed, including 6 in football, and 4 from the Trojans' undefeated state championship volleyball team. We talked to some of these students about their college decision and about signing day.
It's such an exciting day. It's like finally the final cherry on top of this entire 4 years of playing football here. And I couldn't be happier for all my peers, all my student athletes here. It's just such a fun day.
It's great that we have so many athletes that I feel like we all kind of connect in that way, where we're all really like to compete, and we all just love sports, and the fact that we made it this far and we're going to college for our sport is it's so cool, and it's great to see that.
The culture they have there is something really special, and obviously the teammates, the location I love. The academics are great, so I think it's a healthy combination of everything that was just perfect for my needs.
Right when I set foot on that campus, I thought, I was like, wow, I fit in here. I need to go here. I'm pursuing engineering. I looked at those engineering buildings, the whole campus itself, and I just thought that everything was, the right fit for me.
And congratulations goes out to all of these local student athletes on their signings. It's been a strong season for the Maple Grove girls basketball team. Jay Wilcox has more on the Crimson.
The wins are piling up for the Maple Grove girls basketball team. They enter Wednesday night's game against rival Osseo with a 14-4 record and 10-game winning streak.
I'm so excited that everyone's working so hard. We're working so well together. Our team chemistry is just so good. I think we'll play well later in the season, so we're just excited to see how that goes.
They're playing well together. They believe in one another. They celebrate each other's successes. It's fun to watch. I mean, these kids really like each other.
Included in that streak, a win over Totino Grace last week that was Crimson head coach Mark Cook's 300th victory.
I mean, it was great, a lot of excitement for us. I mean, it just showed how hard he worked, and we were all really excited for him.
It was a special moment to celebrate my career so far, and just brought back a lot of memories of all the kids and the memories of different teams and things like that, and just very fortunate to have a community and a school that's believed in me long enough to be able to do this.
Maple Grove's early season schedule included Lake Conference powers like Eden Prairie and Wayzata, and the Crimson started out 0-3. But the goal is to play well and play hard against every team, regardless of their ability.
I definitely think we did learn from them. I think it was good having those challenging games at the beginning to push us and see where we were at. And I think taking what we learned from those games and bringing them in to the games we play now is really beneficial.
You focus on what the game plan and what you're trying to execute, and what do we bring to the table, and what do we, and evaluate yourself that way as opposed to evaluating the score.
Maple Grove leads the Northwest Suburban Conference and will likely be the favorite in their new section 5-4A. Best of all, they're having a blast this winter. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.